Hello. I made this video once. It ended up being 25 minutes. I thought, wow, that's just way too fucking long to sit here and talk about two guns. So I'm going to try to do this and bring it down to at most 10 minutes. So let's roll right with it. FN45 full size, hk45 compact. Now you're saying, hey, you can't compare these guns because one's a compact, one's a full size. Well, they both have the same barrel length. If we put the sights pretty much level, the only thing really compact about this 45 is the slide and the frame length. Barrel lengths are pretty much the same. If we kind of bring it back a little bit and we make these level in the back, that's roughly, according to looking through the camera like you guys. And so what we got's about a 1/2 inch of slide, but the barrel length's the same. Let's get into some FN talk. This is my brother's. For any of you that have an FN45, this is not the tactical. It doesn't have the pocket up here for the optics. It doesn't have a threaded barrel. I'm not bashing this gun. I'm simply going to state things that I don't like and things I do like. Things I don't like. The frame. I think this checkering, stippling, I think it fucking sucks. And I beg my brother to let me get a Dremel out and grind that bullshit off, stipple it, and sort of kind of work this frame a little bit. Okay, so this thing feels like a fucking brick in your hand. I hate that. I don't know. I just dislike it. Magazine release, ambidextrous safety decock. That's kind of neat. I'm not really hip on ambidextrous pistols. It's heavier than fuck. I don't like that. I do like that it's got this like magwell funnel. And if I had a chance to fuck around with this frame, I would put a real nice bevel or a 45 degree angle on the inside of this to aid in reloading. To me, it doesn't seem like it needs any more undercut up in here. The trigger is fantastic. Double action is smooth all the way. Single action is absolutely light. Really nice, right out of the box. He won't let me touch this. This is factory, out of the box. I don't think that I did any trickery to it. It's got a fantastic trigger, double or single action. I love it. If they would come out with one of these in a compact tactical, I would maybe be interested. The frame, though, is just so wide. In through here, the frame is so wide. There's no way I don't think you could conceal this gun. But at the same time, the wider frame gives you a lot of purchase to grip on. I don't know what backstrap he's got in here. But it's a comfortable grip. But I got little hands. It's really wide. I mean, I can get a good grip on it. When I compare that to my 45 tactical, the compact, and I've got the biggest back strap, and this feels slightly too thin. I wish I could get maybe like an extra large back here. I wish they'd come out with more than just large and medium. You know, maybe like an extra large or something like that. But to the credit of this pistol, it is concealable. And that's kind of what I want. I was, I went after this pistol because it's a 45 that is still a compact combat handgun, but at the same time, a concealable, if you will, combat handgun. But I also run a Glock 19. That's that's been a combat handgun for a long time. But and just to make things fair, it's not an HK thing because I had an hk45 full-size tactical. I only owned it a month and I got rid of the fucker. I love the grip. It was also, naturally, it's a thin gun. Very ergonomic. Same trigger as the compact. You have to work on it to make it worth anything. But I ditched it. Too fucking big. The days of big handguns, that's over. People want compact, Glock 19 sized. That's kind of like the go-to. That the size of a Glock 19 is really what I feel makes it extremely popular. It's just got that right. Excuse me. It's got that right size. It's big enough to really get a grip on, but it's small enough to conceal. It's, the size-wise, this 45 compares more closely to a Glock 19 than it does this FN. But since I was pissing around cleaning these for my brother, I just thought I'd do, just a new fun video. Just something we can all kind of have a little fun with. It's snowing like a bitch outside. There will be a part 2 because, we can't just compare them off a table. We've also got to shoot them and see how they perform, We've never had no issues with this FN jamming or whatever, but at the same time, I think my brother might have 200 rounds through this gun, and he's owned it an easy 6 years. So, take that for what it's worth. But that's just a tabletop comparison. As far as ergonomics, the triggers on these are give and take. After I did the trigger work, this one in double action, the FN feels smoother, but they also feel like they've got the same pull weight in double action, and roughly the same travel and take up and all that. And the same in single action. The FN feels a little short and nice, but the HK does too. There's just that little bit of, before you get to the wall, and then it's smooth as well. And then on the FN, if you can see it, look at that. A lot of take up, but when you get there, it's just like, oops, well, no shit. Maybe if I take that safety off. Okay, now this is better. About the same as the HK, and you get to the end, and bam, it's glass, and there you're at the wall, and just anything else, and it's so smooth. So anyway, we're hitting the 10-minute mark, or the 9-minute mark, so let's wrap this up. Ergonomics, I say the HK. Trigger, maybe to the FN. Well, out of the box to the FN. Concealability to the HK. I have no doubt in my mind both of these guns are going to function and be extremely reliable. I'm going to call that a tie because, FN doesn't make, as far as I'm concerned, FN don't make junk. So, it's, for me, obviously, the HK, that's why I own it. But, no matter what you got, you know, you're not buying junk either way. So let's wrap this up. And then in the part 2 after the snow, I'll do a part 2 and we'll actually get out and shoot them. We'll feel, you know, recoil and everything. As far as weight goes, I didn't talk about weight. The HK feels the same with the light, and the light has no batteries. Feels the same weight as the FN with no light. So take that into consideration too. But anyway, when I come back, we'll go ahead and we'll shoot them. So stay tuned.